Hello everyone, my name is Nate Dean, and this is my beginning of the year presentation for the Nelsonville York Athletic Boosters Club rules and expectations. One thing that is very important to keep in mind is that as a booster, we are here for the kids. It's all about the kids, not us. If you want to be a booster because you think it makes you feel good inside, or you can get some community service out of it, then you are doing it for the wrong reasons. Being a booster will be tiring, sometimes frustrating, but will definitely be worth it, because everything we do is for the benefit of those kids. Boosters are an essential part to having a successful athletic program. While kids are growing up, they shouldn't have to worry about not being able to play because they can't afford their uniform. These kids should worry about showing up and having fun playing the sport they love. Athletics have been proven to benefit a student athlete. It allows them to understand how to deal with adversity. It helps build characteristics that will benefit them later in life and will push them to be the best they can be. All I can ask for from you all is that as a booster organization that we do our absolute best. There are no MVPs of boosters. Nobody takes home a trophy. We all do it for the kids. They appreciate all you do. Throughout this presentation, I will briefly give an intro on myself and will discuss key items I wish to work on as the new athletic director at this organization. Topics to be discussed will include an About Me section, what you all can expect from me, what I expect from you, how to improve and motivate participants, fundraising, and finally, a Title IX compliance and the creation of the audit committee. I hope you enjoy this presentation. So, as I said, my name is Nate Dean. I am from Nelsonville, Ohio, in Athens County. I just recently got engaged to this lovely lady right here. Her name is Abigail Jude. I graduated with a bachelor's in science from Wilmington College in Wilmington, Ohio, where I obtained a degree in sports management with a focus in administration. I also obtained a degree from Ohio University, a master's in science in athletic administration. And if you wish to contact me, my email is natedean_2012@yahoo.com, and my phone number is 740-517-1241. So, here's what you can expect from me. I'm a very dedicated and hardworking individual. When we meet, boosters and personal meetings, I will always be on time, and I will always be engaged in what is going on. While completing my Master's of Athletic Administration degree from Ohio University, I am already qualified in event planning, budgeting, marketing, scheduling, and many more important fields in which apply to the athletic director position. However, I will be attending regional and national conferences every year in order to stay on top of the game when it comes to changes or corrections involving our athletic department. I will also continue to further my knowledge and obtain more important degrees throughout leadership training courses presented by the NIAAA. And finally, I will always do my best to make sure the athletic department is doing all it can for our student athletes. After all, the whole point of the boosters is to benefit them. Okay, so now you know what you can expect from me. Here's what I hope to expect from all of you. Communication is huge. Communication will need to be on point, not just within the group, but with everything we do. If communication is starting to fail us, we can go to conferences or retreats and learn more effective ways to communicate. We must also be organized, very, very organized. In order to do this, we need to make sure that the right people are in positions that will benefit us most. For example, if our finances are a mess, then maybe we need to find a new treasurer. Or maybe the current treasurer needs to take some classes or find a way to become better at that job. This leads me to my next point. All of this here that we will be doing, it is not for us. This is all for the kids. We must make sure that we are on top of our game for the best interest of the student athletes. Alright, now I would like to hit on communication just a little bit more. Most of us know that if an athlete is told to take a paper home or to deliver information to their parents, they tend to forget or they just don't do it. One way I believe we can help is to make sure that there is as much information being put out there as possible using every media outlet we have. With this amount of information going out, we will need to create a few new positions. These positions include media coordinator, and the positions under that person would be radio, internet, cable, and newspaper assistants. Basically, the media coordinator will make sure each individual has the information that is supposed to go out. The radio assistant will make sure the information gets out to all radio stations in the surrounding area. The internet assistant will handle Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter outlets. The cable assistant will make sure information gets put on local TV stations. And the newspaper assistant will make sure the information gets put into the newspaper. We have to understand that while times are changing and people are using new age media, some of our supporters still use what they are used to and will not change. Using all media outlets gives us the benefit of reaching as many people as possible, which in turn will help as many kids as possible. Motivation is very important. In too many school systems, the Boosters program is filled with too many parents who want to be a booster, but does not want to do everything that a booster should be doing. A typical booster representative at other schools consists of parents of student athletes and some community members. One thing I would like to see happen in our school is that we get the junior high parents involved in the booster process. They participate in regular booster meetings, they help out at as many events as possible, and they can have input as they please. What we see is a parent doesn't get involved until their child is a sophomore or junior, and then when they are seniors, the parents feel they've either waited too long to get involved, or they're in too deep and can't get out. This leads me to my next point. I want to see all senior parents not have a role within the boosters. This will be some of the last games their child will ever play. A parent shouldn't worry about missing it because they are needed in the concession or ticket booth. By allowing senior parents to step back, it will give underclassmen parents an opportunity to step up sooner, therefore giving us a constant flow of change, which also leads to less burnout on the parent and keeps everything in the boosters running sharp. Okay, let's talk about some fundraisers. I would like to see our school do 2 big fundraisers, one every year, and the fundraisers would switch between every other year. For example, I would like to see us host a casino night at a local establishment. For example, maybe the local Elks, VFW, Moose Lodge, or whatever we can find available. Then I would like to see a different fundraiser held the next year in place of casino night. Something similar to Nelsonville York's Buckeye Bash. These 2 fundraisers will switch every year. This allows our school to host 2 big, unique fundraisers to raise money for our athletic department without the community or workers getting tired of always doing the same old thing every single year. Also, if any new fundraising ideas come up and the pros outweigh the cons, then one fundraiser may be replaced. This also does not stop any teams from performing their own separate fundraisers, for example, car washes or discount cards. These 2 big fundraisers will be a way for all sports to benefit. Finally, I would like to create a Title IX group where there will need to be 2 delegates from the boosters. The committee will include the superintendent, the principal, 2 boosters, the athletic director, and 2 coaches, 1 male and 1 female. The group's sole purpose will be to determine if the school is Title IX compliant. They will meet in June every 2 years. The group will go through a checklist at each athletic site. They will also go through the men's and women's locker rooms and sort through uniforms and equipment. After the meeting, the group will meet again to discuss the findings. If nothing needs to be changed, then everything should be good. But if something needs to be changed, then the group will discuss it. Whether that change is as simple as uniform updates for one team over another, or as extreme as adding a new sport in general. The group will also take students' feelings into account. They will deliver surveys to the school in April and ask for them to be turned back in as soon as possible. Grades 9 through 12 will complete the essays. They will include questions such as, who has the best facility on campus? And do you feel both male and female sports are represented equally around the school? The group will take the information into account as well when discussing their audit. Because it's so important, I'd like to continue just a little bit on Title IX. What we as a booster committee must understand is that all sports within our school must be represented equally. Here is an example of how a private booster helped make a field look nice. A school in Plymouth, Michigan had a soccer coach fired due to a Title IX complaint. The parents of the boys team raised money and put in stadium seating that allowed them to view games better at home events. They also raised money to put up a new scoreboard at the baseball field. The U.S. Department of Civil Rights deemed that this was unfair and that the playing fields were more superior to the girls' playing fields. The parents of the teams had to take down everything they built because the funds weren't spread equally throughout the school. This is something we must pay attention to. One or more sports at our school may have more success than another, but that doesn't give them the right to have better quality of playing field or, in this case, atmosphere at their ball games. This is something that will definitely be looked at while going through the audit process. Thank you for staying with me, and to wrap it all up, I want to remind everybody that once again, everything we do is for the kids. They benefit from all of this, so let's work our hardest. We have to be able to be motivated within this committee, and if you can't change your mind or your ways on how to do that, then I suggest you please let others who are motivated take charge and be more involved. We need to get parents involved as early as their junior high years. It will allow more people to get involved and prevent burnout from just the high school parents. I want to see us have 2 big fundraisers that will impact every sports team that we have. Finally, I'd like to see us create a Title IX committee to perform audits on our teams and athletic departments so we have everything taken care of if the Office of Civil Rights comes down for an actual audit. Thank you again, and have a great day, guys.